Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sorry about that, everybody, but hey, what's up? Jeff, aka GCurse, here with another product review. This is the Transformer Siege War for Cybertron Micromaster Swindler. So let me switch over to full screen and I'll give you guys a quick opening, my thoughts and everything. Hey, hold on. Okay, there it goes. So basically what you have here is Autobot named Swindler. And the weird thing is that they named this guy Swindler. Swindler, I always, there is a Decepticon named Swindle. I'll be honest, I did not even realize this guy's name was Swindler. But for him being named Swindler, you would think that he's a Decepticon. But nope, this guy is an Autobot. Not sure if you can see it, but here, let me see if I can get a little bit closer. That's right there. You can see the little Autobot symbol right there. So basically, I'm going to be doing a review of this. This actually comes in a 2-pack known as the Race Car Patrol with what's this guy's name? Road Ranger, I think. Oh shit. Basically, he comes in a 2-pack, and I'll give you my thoughts about this guy in a quick second. So stay tuned. Okay, so basically, as I was saying, I got kind of, I'm trying to spice these reviews up, or I don't want to say spice, I'm just trying to add a little bit more information to it. But basically, I paid about $8.99 for this figure when it first came out a few years ago, back, I think it was like 2018, 2019. And honestly, it's not worth it, to be honest. But the question you're probably wondering is, Jeff, is this figure or this part of this, or is this set still available? The Race Car Patrol, or whatever the fuck it's called. Yes, it is. And as you can see here on the screen, you can actually see that going on Amazon's website, they are actually still for sale. That you can get the set for $9.95. It looks like. Hold on, let me see if I can. See here, I'm just trying to see if I can let's see here. Yeah, $9.95 on eBay or Amazon, and it's actually going a little bit more on eBay. As you can see, it goes for $14. Basically, the only people that sells these things left are the scalpers, and that's kind of fucking sad. I'm not sure what's worse. Normally when figures, the product line ceases, basically, the products in question go up in price. Not these little shits. Not these little shits at all. Basically, these guys are still near their manufacturer's suggested retail price of $8.99. Like I said, these guys are going for $9.95 on Amazon's website and $14 on eBay. Basically, the scalpers on eBay, they're trying to grow a little set of balls to see if they can actually try to force some unwilling scrub to pay $14 for these figures. Now, honestly, this figure alone, I'm not a fan of this figure. I'm going to do a review on this guy. I think his name is Road Ranger, or whatever the fuck his name is. But that's not his turn. Today it is Swindle's turn. So basically, that's what it is right now. Like I said, I paid $8.99 at Target for this, and currently on Amazon's website they're going for $9.95, and on eBay they're going for $14. And like I said, the only people that are selling these now are scalpers, and they're probably pissed that that these things were fucking shelf warmers. These things were shelf warmers when they came out, and that's probably why those things are still going for that price. I'll make you a bet that if these motherfuckers sold out like what I'm sure Hasbro had it in their mind that they'd be like, oh shit, let's sell these things at an exorbitant amount, and we'll just make like gangbusters and sell these guys at a highly overpriced rate. And when I get into the further portions of this review, you'll see why I do not like this figure. So, be right back, and the next section will be the interactivity of this figure. Okay, so basically the interactivity, you're probably wondering, okay, Jeff, it's Micromaster, how hard is it to convert? If you like hurting your fingers, you're going to like this thing. But to those of you who likes to actually transform your figures or convert them, whatever the fuck you want to call it, this is not going to be a pleasant experience. Here's the main reason why. Okay, so basically this figure, his arms are so fucking tight, and they basically have his arm attached to these comically large shoulder pads. So when you're trying to rotate this thing around, it constantly fucking catches because the backpack has the tabs so far out that the goddamn arms they will catch. So you gotta kind of force the arm out a little bit to make it to go around, but that still doesn't help because then when it goes around, it catches on the leg. So it's not fun. It's not fucking fun. I really wonder if Hasbro actually did any kind of quality control test or any kind of testing at all. Give these to some fucking Transformer fans. Have them sit in a room and say, hey, can you guys transform these? Put these things through the fucking ringer. Tell us what is wrong with these guys. I'll make you a bet they never did that. And they probably don't do that to this day, because I'd make you a bet that if they did, then a lot of these figures that we have now would not be coming out as quickly as they do, because people would be like, hey, the arms, they're messed up. They keep catching on the goddamn figure. The backpack here, it catches on the arms. It catches on the legs. That means that Hasbro would have to go back to R&D and take these things and say, hey, these things are fucked up. Fix it. But they don't. That's why we get fucking 3, 4, 5, 6 waves of figures each and every fucking year. It's because they don't test them. They do not test these figures. I'd make you a bet that if they tested these figures, we'd go from 4, 5, 6 waves to down to 2 or 3. Okay, but anyway, so let's take a look at the conversion. So how does it go? Oh, God, I am actually not looking forward to this. Okay, so we make sure the arms are up. Okay, we move the legs, roll them back so they're, and then you gotta move. Now here's the fucking part I hate the most. You gotta move the hood up, but here's the thing: the arms are so goddamn tight, and they kind of squeeze in. It's hard to get it to peg in, so you gotta fight it. And not sure if you can see, but it's up a little bit, so you gotta constantly fucking fidget with it. You should not have to fidget with it. Okay, now the back. Okay, so there it is. But the thing is, if the arms were not like this. Here, let me hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did some quick research about this character. This is the other member of the 2-pack, the race car patrol. This guy's name is actually Road Handler. But as I was saying, regarding how comically large this figure's shoulder pads were that are attached to his arms, it's not actually built onto the body. It's actually attached to the arms. That's why a lot of the fucking transformation issues come with this figure. Road Handler is a little bit different. They didn't give him huge fucking whatchamacallit, God, I just had it. Arm pads, thank you. Arm pads. But that's the problem with this guy. This guy's arms are actually kind of normal size. It's just they're tabbed in. Okay, there it goes. They're normal size, so you don't have to fucking fight. You know, especially when you're putting the hood up, because the hood is also a little bit different. Whereas this one, it was just a little bit slat here. Honestly, the part of the whatchamacallit, the shoulder pads. God damn, I keep forgetting the word shoulder pads. They're actually part of the hood itself. That's what the major problem is here. The shoulder pads are part of the hoods. They actually had the hood be its own part for Road Handler. So basically, transforming Road Handler, although, you know, it's basically the same thing. You just, you know, you just gotta roll the legs up, tab them in, roll the arms down, or fold them down where the correct term is, tab them in, and just kind of make sure everything is all there. Hold on, this arm. That's another problem with these figures. They break apart too easy when you're converting them. What do you say? Do you say converting or transforming? Me, I say converting. I used to say transforming, but to me, converting sounds a little bit better. I like the name Transformers for them, but when you're actually doing it, there you go. When you're doing it, to me, it's converting. But anyway, it's a little bit easier if it wasn't for the fucking arms falling apart. So that's, you know, like I said, this guy, it is a fucking chore to get this guy converted. It's not fun because, like I said, because his shoulder pads make up part of the hood, you're constantly fighting it and everything. So let's get this guy back into his primary mode. So, and then, like I said, you got untab, which isn't easy. Oh, I'd love to be the asshole who sat in the meeting at Hasbro HQ with this figure and said, oh, this is going to be the next best thing. And whoever the old fuck is that runs Hasbro, and you know it's an old fuck. It has to be an old fuck. Because old fucks don't want to improve that much. They want to stay with what got them to the dance. See, I can't get this fucker's arms. Come on, there it goes. And did you see that when I got it moving, it actually turned the hip? That tells you these fucking arms are too long. Come on. Oh, there it goes. And every time I convert this motherfucker, I hear cracks or cracks and popping, and I'm thinking, oh god, is this thing gonna fall apart? And now you gotta fucking fight with this goddamn hood. And it's on a specialized hinge. There's like 2 hinges, one for the top, and then there you go. Not fun at all, ladies and gentlemen. Not fucking fun at all. And he just looks fucking ugly as hell. And the thing is, hold on, is this? Oh no, it's upside down. There it goes. I was wondering as well. It looked odd. Okay, but if you're just gonna put this, if all you're gonna do when you get these figures is take them out of the package and put them on the shelf, that's cool. It looks nice as like just a shelf piece. But if you play with these things, you're going to notice right off the bat, after you play with it for a little bit, there are problems. Chief among them is the conversion. Now you're wondering to yourself, Jeff, does this have weapon storage? And I was actually gonna, when I do my scoring, I planned on actually giving this portion a score, because I was typing this morning, and it dawned on me, these things could have had a good chance to do something. Now I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So as I was saying though, I was not going to give this guy a real, I was not going to give him a score regarding weapon storage. But then it dawned on me, hell, Hasbro in their infinite wisdom decided that Road Handler and Swindler could actually become a gun, which I am going to show you this shit in a little bit. But they actually had this. You have 3 modes. You have the primary mode, you have the alt mode, and then you have a gun mode that you can combine these two, and they do some sort of fucking freaky Kama Sutra sex. And it looks like it's supposed to be a gun. Like I am actually a massive popular reviewer, which I'm not. These do not make guns, but I was figuring since that they're basically forcing these things to be something that they're not, kind of like what they did with Titan's Return or Combiner Wars. Since they're forcing these guys to be a gun, I'm gonna crack down on it, because you're telling me you could not put a 5mm port into one of these things? It doesn't have to be all over the place. Hell, they got one right here where the screw goes in. Here, let me show you guys something. Okay, here is... Wait, hold on. Uh-oh. Goddamn camera. Okay, I think the camera's going. It's okay. Here is Alita 1 from Legacy. Hold on, I'm going to fix the lighting. Hold on 1 second. Okay, back. So, as I said, here is Alita 1 from... Oh, God, now the camera's even fucking up even worse. Can't find the bright light, I swear. Okay, there it goes. Here is Alita 1 from... hold on, let me just see if this helps. Okay, that's a little bit better. Here's Alita 1 from Legacy, Transformers Legacy. I gave her the pistols or little blasters from Power of the Prime's Alita 1. You know which Alita 1 I'm talking about, that fucking tall ass Alita 1, the one that's about the same size as Siege Optimus, or if not a little bit taller. Yeah, so I gave Alita 1 from Legacy that blaster, and if you take a look at the port, I don't even say it's a port, it's a hole where the screw goes in for this figure. It actually fits. Hold on, let me just see if I can do this, add a little bit of light. God, it just doesn't help. Hold on, let's see, does that make it a little bit better? Okay. The port, you can actually holds the gun. Or the screw hole, because I don't think that they anticipated anybody putting a gun here, But you're telling me you could not somehow it's been 30 plus years since this motherfucker was originally released in Generation 1. There. Since Generation 1. You're telling me that over the 30 years before you guys decided to release this updated version, it didn't come with a little porthole on the top of the figure in alt mode. It could have been on the top. It could have been like a little weapon carrier for the deluxes. It would have been a little bit better. I would have been happy with there being one weapon storage. It doesn't even have to hold a big rifle, but like a little blaster or something that would justify these guys being out on the battlefield with the deluxes, the Voyagers, the Leaders, and so forth, But no, what do we get instead? We get some fucked up, weird sex pose that looks like these guys are deep-throating each other. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Looks like these suckers are deep-throating each other when you put it into that gun mode. But so, like I said, I did not plan on doing a score for weapon storage, but considering the fact that they are actually forcing these guys to become weapons themselves, even though that you got your. It's like I said with Combiner Wars. Don't force a needless gimmick onto something that does not need it. These guys are fine in their robotic mode and their alt mode. Why the fuck do you feel the need to force these guys to be something that they're not? Because when you look at that gun mode, these things look like shit. So that's basically the, regarding the weapon storage. This doesn't have weapon storage because it doesn't come with any accessories or anything. Like I just said, contents. All you get is this guy, and you get the partner road handler. This guy, the red one. That's all you get. You get nothing else. Okay, so let's see here. See, next we got the visuals. Now, hold on. Let me wait. Okay, well, shit. Okay, so I did the interactivity. Okay, I'm going to go to the visuals next, so stay tuned and I'll be right back. Okay, and apparently hold on. Okay, well, I had a thing set up. I don't know why it didn't run, so let's try it again. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so here are the visuals. And once again, I forgot one of my slides. Hold on. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not a pro, guys. You get what you get here, so I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I am back. This is the visuals portion of the review. Basically, okay, the first part is the coloring. Now, I was able to merge 3 various resources of Swindler for you all to see. Basically, we have on the far left we have his comic book counterpart. In the middle we have his G1 inspired take on the character, and then we have his most recent in Siege. Now, overall, the coloring, I like the coloring. The grays, to me, because I don't have the G1 anymore. I basically, my mom got rid of it once I got into other things. Besides the figure I had, the arms ended up falling off when I was younger. So basically, it was just like a car without it didn't even have the fucking wheels, if I remember correctly. I think the wheels were part of the arms, like it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Basically, it was just the body itself, But to me, the coloring for the Siege version is a little bit darker than what the G1 looks like, and that's okay with me. To me, I think if you're gonna release a new figure or rehash a old figure, you gotta bring it into the modern. You gotta do a modern take on it. So this is okay with me. It doesn't take too much away, You basically, its alt mode is still the same basically and everything. The only difference with the alt mode that you can't really see here because of my camera is instead of having like the little slats on the back window, the back windshield, you just basically have a whole black windshield on the Siege mold. So hold on, let me show you guys. 1 second, hold on. I'll just transform him or convert him. Okay, so here we go again. So here comes the fun part. Okay, I'm going to do the legs. Okay. And then get the hood down. And then I got to try to... There it goes. And get that locked in. Okay. So here, let's switch. Let's see if I can make this camera a little bit bigger, shall I? Okay, I'm going to move it over here. There we go. So basically, the vehicle looks almost identical from the front and the sides. The only difference is, as you can see, that doesn't really have much in the way of the back window. There's nothing really in the back window on the side. And then on the back, you just have a solid piece of black, whereas the figure from G1 had the little slats across the window. So that's the only real difference. But, you know, so, but like I said, overall, the coloring, the figure looks pretty good. It's a modest, updated take of the figure, and that's cool with me, you know. The figure overall, oh god, I'm gonna have to transform this thing again. Hold on. And let me turn this off, turn this off, turn that off, and then I'm going to turn this on. There it goes. Okay, so let's reconvert this guy. Oh, I'm wondering if the fact I'm doing it so much, I'm worried it's wearing out the character, like the parts of the character or the figure, you know. There it goes. See, the thing is, it should not, when you move, its arms is so fucking big. Hold on. Yeah, its arms are so big that when you start converting it, it moves the hips, and it shouldn't do that. It's the equivalent of, like, say, you're converting Optimus Prime, and you move his hands, and somehow moving his arms or whatever, it messes with his head. It shouldn't do that. Come on. Oh, God, really? See, this is what I mean. These figures are just... There it goes. Fucking Christ. And the thing is, even if you get the arms free, you know, it's not fun to really move any part of this figure. Because it feels like the figure is fighting against itself because everything is in such a small package. And yes, I understand it's a you know, Micromaster, but the fact is, it shouldn't be like that, you know? Like, it should not be as difficult as it is. Okay, there you go. So the figure overall, like I said, if you're just going to be using this as a display piece on a shelf or a cabinet or whatever you display it on, it's okay. But it's just okay for that. If you want to play with it, no, you're not going to like it, you know. But you know, let's see, what else did I put in here in my talking notes? When it comes to the figure overall, I like the detailing that they did. They did a lot more detailing when it came to the chest, the head, and the shoulders a little bit, you know. But I wonder, by doing that, by doing whatever the process is, that they had to sacrifice the transformation a little bit, you know. But, you know, overall, like I said, as a figure, overall it looks nice. Visual. Now, when I say figure overall, I'm just talking about visual. I'm not talking about playability or anything. I'm just talking visually. It looks nice. Faithfulness to the source material. Let's see here. What do I got here? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I showed you the, you know, how this, you know, let me pull it back up 1 second. There you go. Overall, the figure is actually pretty decent. You know, it's a faithful representation from its previous two, or from its G1, the toy, and then to the comic. The comic always looks a little bit different than what the toy does, so I don't really hold it against this figure that it doesn't look exactly like it did in the comic. Fuck, Optimus Prime and Megatron didn't look exactly like they did in the comic in the very beginning either, you know, so to compare this to the G1 toy, it's actually pretty good faithfulness to the source material. But, you know, I like it. It doesn't, like I said, if, you know, just if I don't have to play with it, then that's fine. I just put it on my shelf and I leave it as it is, you know. Okay, so I guess that is, let's see here, what else we got? Oh, box art. And of course, I forgot to add a slide for that. So hold on, I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm back, everybody. Now, we are in the box art portion of the visuals section of this review. And I will go to my fucking grave when I say this. I think that we are in peak laziness when it comes to packaging from Hasbro. I think that packaging should really sell to the consumer what it is that they're going to buy. Now, is the packaging for the Siege Race Car Patrol bad? Is it bad? Worse than the plain gray or plain brown box that you see at the top of this image? Fuck no, it's not that bad. But it's still fucking bad. So basically, here's what you get, ladies and gentlemen. On the front cover of the Siege, figures, you get them in their alt modes. It looks like that they're racing through some sort of battlefield. You got a couple little explosions. If it wasn't for the fact that the package says Transformers, would you think that these were Transformers? The answer is fuck no. You would think that this is some fucking sort of artist rendition from the upcoming shitty Fast and Furious movies. Nothing about that picture of the two cars screams Transformers because they're not in their robot form. They're in their alt modes. What is this? What is it? Is this supposed to be Is Vin Diesel in one of those fucking cars? No, he's not. But like I said, so basically you got your generic cars going through an explosion. I'm pretty sure somewhere in the back, fucking Vin Diesel is saying, we need more explosions. That's how we're going to sell this shit. So, that's what you got on the front. On the back of the Siege package, you got your generic stock photos. It's not even good stock photos. It's literally, they literally just put a couple of these, the two figures. They put Swindle and Road Handler, in their robot forms. And they just stuck them in front of a green screen. There's no fucking creativity. They stuck them in front of a green screen. They photoshopped a shitty blue background. Underneath those pictures, they have the alt modes. Well, yeah, it's a little bit off to the side, but they have their alt modes. And then here you can actually see that they have... Here, let me see if I can stretch it. Hold on, let me just see here. Box art. Let's see here. No, there we go. Can I actually stretch this? Whoa. Apparently I cannot. It just goes off. Okay, hold on. Let me get a different picture here. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, here you go. There you go. There. That looks like shit. Hold on. Let me resize it. Fit to screen. There. That's not that good either. So basically, like I said, you have this generic stock photos of them in their robot mode. You have their generic stock photos of them in their alt mode, and then you got them having the freaky sex where they're supposed to be a gun. Like I said, that is as much them being a gun as I am the most famous Transformers reviewer on YouTube, which I'm not, and that's not a fucking gun. It looks like two goddamn robots deep-throating each other. Somewhat. But so basically you got their robot mode, you got their alt mode, you got their gun mode, and then you have another form of the gun mode being held by Hound for this example. It just looks like shit. I miss the old days when Hasbro actually took time to make good box art, and where the back would actually have a little story that would describe the figures that you're buying. So what do we get instead? We get generic stock photos. We get the title of what they are that you see in the upper corner here. Race Car Patrol, and you have it in 3 other languages. And on the bottom you have, what's it say? Equip something. Here, let me pull it up on my computer so I can actually see what it is. 1 second. Oh yeah, you can definitely tell you're getting top ranked reviewing here, you guys. It's just like it's just fucking awesome, isn't it? Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay, so equip figure, and that, like I said, that's what it says. You know, underneath, you know, it says equip figure, equip la figurine, equip la figure, equip. Basically, like I said, you have the title. You have the title of what it is, Race Car Patrol, in 3 other languages. You have equip figure, and you have that in 3 other languages. And then you have at the very bottom where they could put the motherfucking biography of these characters. No, what do you got? You got a shit ton of legalese that nobody fucking reads. Can you imagine how much of the fucking paper or cardboard could be saved if they just cut off that legalese? Everything from below the picture gone. They would have saved a shit ton of paper right there because nobody reads the fucking legalese. Nobody does. Why? Because we don't give a shit about legalese. And then you got on the side, warning, choke. If you're stupid and you give your kid these small toys and they choke to death, you know, like, that really says a lot about you as a parent. Don't give these to children 3 years of age or younger. Is that fucking stupid? I swear to God, this is the legalese is just their way to pat themselves on the back. Oh, we care, we're so smart. We put the little legalese out there that nobody fucking reads. That legalese could be used to actually put down the stories for these characters. Like I said, we are in peak laziness for box art when it comes to Hasbro. Like I said, it's getting worse and worse and worse, and it's getting to the point now that the box art for like the Generation Selects and the Galactic Odyssey, it's literally just a brown box with shit black writing on it. Now, I understand that those are exclusives, but the packaging for the mainline is not getting that much better, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. Here, let's take a look at the front. Let's take a look at the front of these of this package. Let's take a look at it again. Hold on 1 second. Fucking legalese. Shit, nobody reads that garbage. Okay, so here we have the front of the package. I'm not even going to talk about the race picture at the top, you know, because I already did. It's stupid, you know. What I'm talking about is what they could have done with the rest of the real estate here. On the side of the bubble package, now you can't really see it, but on the right side here, it literally just has one word on the side. It just says Micromaster. Congratulations. We already know what it fucking is. Oh, God. Hasbro, you're making my head hurt. You're making my head hurt, Hasbro. Why are you doing this to me? So, but that's, you know, and then if you look on the other side of the front of the package, there's nothing there. It's just clear plastic. What they could have done was they could have put a picture, a nice drawn picture or something of these characters, one character per side of the front of the package. And some cool action pose or some shit. But no, we don't get that. We get Fast and the Furious wannabe picture. We get generic stock photos on the back. And then we get empty real estate on the front where the bubble package is. Where the display window is. Whatever you want to fucking call it. Like I said, it's lazy. Hasbro, you're being lazy. And then, like I said, in the back we get... There is more effort to put into legalese than there actually is, you know, with the rest of this photo, you know. Oh my God. Oh my God. It makes my head hurt. Okay, so let's see here, but let's go there. Let's close this out. Let's close that out. Let's put on this. So we basically went through the box art. Is this figure a repaint? Yes or no? This figure is not a repaint. This figure is actually, this was the first use of this character for this product line. This figure would actually be later used for Blackjack in Wave 3, but this guy himself is not a repaint. He was the first of this mold, so that I give them credit for at least not having this guy be a repaint, you know. Okay, so that marks the end of the visuals portion of this review, so stay tuned and I will be right back with the construction portion of this review. I'll be right back. And of course, hold on, it's goddamn OBS, it's not working right today. Let's go this way. There it goes. Part 4, construction. Holy shit, we are finally at part 4, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so basically, you get what you get when it comes to these little Micromasters. These things are not meant to be like massive, like oh my god, my eyes are just bulging at how like articulated these figures are, at how these are not meant to get the same kind of wow and awe that, let's say, a deluxe figure like Elita 1 from Legacy would get. These guys are discounts of these guys. These guys are meant to be cheaper. Because they're cheaper, you just gotta expect a little bit cheaper. So we are going to be starting in the construction part of this review. We'll start with the materials used. Basically, it's the same thing that like Elita 1 is. It's nothing but plastic. We got some metal pins for the you got a metal pin in each knee. You got a metal pin for the hood. And I think that's about it. You got one metal screw for its chest to hold on the back part, the backpack basically. And then the rest is plastic. It's basically exactly the same thing. It's just in a smaller scale. Quality. The plastic doesn't feel bad in quality or poor, whatever you want to say it. It doesn't feel cheap, which is kind of odd because, like I said, this motherfucker was like $8.99. Well, these both him and his partner Road Handler was $8.99. But even though it doesn't feel cheap, I do have some issues with durability. And this is where we're going to talk about now is durability. The G1 figure I had of this had a notorious problem. I think all the Micromasters in G1 had the same kind of problem, especially the cars. Their arms would literally just pop off. They were not held on like how these guys are held on nowadays. It was just like, I think that they were on like a little I don't even know what the fuck they're called. But they could easily pop off. It was like a little mushroom peg or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the fuck correct term is. Sue me. You probably will, but you know. So the arms would fall off. It was to the point that I would go to school with these, because your boy Jeff, aka GCurse, I will admit, I was not the best of students, and many a day I would find myself in the office because I did something wrong. So the way that they dealt with us back in the 80s when I was going to elementary school, before I would go to see the principal, which was pretty often, Before I would go to see the principal, they would have me sit in like these little alcoves. They had like these alcoves that were built into the wall. I'm not sure if they used to be a phone booth or whatever the fuck they were, but they were just there. So, and it had a little table that was built into the wall. So basically, I would go in after I did something wrong, and the teacher would already let them know I was on my way. So I'd come in there like, okay, Jeff, go sit in the alcove. Sit in alcove number 1. Let's say there was 2 of these alcoves. Go sit in number 1. So I would go and sit in the alcove, and of course it'd be a little bit of a wait for me to see the principal because the principal, he was a busy person. The principal wasn't there all day just to make sure I was doing good. No, I'm not. I don't have an ego. I know that he wasn't there just for me. He was there to do a job. So basically, what I would do is I would sit in the alcove, and I would be fucking bored. I was bored. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I would have the let's use road rangers, road handlers. Sorry, what is road ranger? Isn't that fuck it? I would have road ranger or road handler. Sorry, fuck. I'd have road handler. I'd just be playing, going up the wall. Now, keep in mind, I was like 5, 6 years old. You know, whatever. You know, I'd be playing on the little table, and I'd be like on the wall, and you know, like I would just be having some fun because I know damn well that I better have as much fun as fucking possible because the principal was going to call my mom. My mom would have to come over from work, and she'd be fucking pissed, and it'd be like looking at the face of the devil when she was upset. So I would have these little figures, you know, in their alt mode, you know, just having fun. And that's where the problem would come in because over time the arms would fall off. And when you're a little child, you don't, especially 5, 6, 7 years old, you don't care. You know, they fall off, you just keep playing. And over time, I lost the arms. So basically, I'd have a shit ton of these little guys, and you'd have the legs, the front, but you wouldn't have the arms. So basically, you'd be, you know, playing with like a robot without any arms. That's why I always kept it in alt mode most of the time after that. But it seems that the problem with this guy is kind of reversed. Whereas the arms would fall off of the other figures, and this guy, the arms fell off. Yeah, the G1, I mean. It seems to be reversed. Now it's the goddamn legs that fall off. Now you can just... I'm not even playing rough. I'm just moving the arm so I can actually move the leg. You take the leg, and normally you can rotate it. You know, just... It's supposed to go around the... It's supposed to easily go around the little post. It doesn't do that with this guy. It falls off. And it doesn't matter how careful you are. You can be careful and it just comes off. And I'm kind of worried about that, ladies and gentlemen. I am. Because I'm worried that, you know, how many times can these things keep popping off until like, say, the part up here that it snaps onto breaks permanently? Because it doesn't even really feel like... It doesn't... After you pop it back on, you don't get any kind of satisfactory, like, pop, like, okay, it's reassembled, it's in there tight. You don't get that. It just goes on, you know? So I'm kind of worried if you're playing with the, you know, these figures and the leg keeps going off and you keep having to pop it back on and it falls off, pop it back on, falls off, pop it back on, and it falls off. How many fucking times is it going to be before that leg is finally like, nope, I'm done, and you cannot put it on anymore because the part up at the top of the leg broke or something, you know? I'm worried about that. That is, like I said, Hasbro, hire me. I will fucking figure out every flaw of these goddamn figures you make. That way I can tell it, hey, legs are messed up. They're coming off. That way you can take these motherfuckers back to R&D and get them fixed. But overall, you know, with the durability, that's the main issue. It's the legs. You know, and I think I have a little bit of a problem like that with Road Handler. But since he's in his alt mode right now, I can't really... No, let's fuck it. Let me show you. Let's see here. Let's take... Well, see, the leg just fell off. I didn't even get the motherfucker in... I didn't even get to start transforming it yet. It's still in its alt mode. And the leg just pops off. How the fuck is this acceptable? So now I gotta be careful so I can get this one. There. So that leg's done. Let me get this on. Alright. There. And then... God, it's fucking sad. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna convert the leg portion. There. And then I will surgically reapply it. There it goes. But see now it's a little bit easier. I was thinking, see, it's staying on, but You play with it and it just comes off. And I'm like I said, it's not even rubbing up against anything to justify it coming off. It just comes off. I do not understand why, you know, like. But so, like I said, I'm just worried when it comes to durability. When it comes, you know, these legs that they're gonna break and you won't be able to get them back on. So let's see here. What does that leave next? We got the points of articulation. Okay, so the points of articulation are as follows. You got arms, barely. They do go around, but they constantly catch on the fucking body. Here, let me look. They constantly catch on the body. They catch on the hood. It's not fun. It is not fun. It is just not fun, ladies and gentlemen. It is not fun. Okay, so you got arms. You got hips. You got legs. Just be careful they don't fall off. You got legs. Legs go. Let's see here. Legs go about 90 degrees forward. They go a little bit under 90 degrees due to the backpack. They go out. Let's see here. There, they go out. But you gotta have it at a weird angle. They go out about 90 degrees. Knees go. They actually, due to transformation, they can actually go do a 180 almost. You know. So there's that. But that is the points of articulation for this figure. So, like I said, it's because it's so small. The points of articulation is really restricted. You know, like I think honestly, if they had his arms be the same way that Road Handler's arms are, they got rid of the fucking. They just got rid of the whole fucking having his shoulders be part of the hood, and they turned his hood into a whole piece like Road Handler. I think you wouldn't have that much issues with the conversion or the basically the articulation of the arms, because it wouldn't be catching on everything because the arms are smaller. Like Road Handler, you can do 360s easier and it goes out easier. You know, you don't have the big fucking honking wings. This motherfucker looks like it should be flying somewhere, flapping its wings. That's what this thing looks like it should be doing. That's what this thing looks like it should be doing. It looks like it should be having its arms spread. It looks like it should be a fucking airplane. That's what it should be. Is this a retool? No. This is not a retool of any figure, since this, you know, basically was one of the first Micromasters of Wave 1. And I'm not sure if you would say that Blackjack is a retool. It's definitely a repaint, but that's where I've been kind of confused. Are repaints this? Do repaints necessarily, is that also like a retool? Is that what repaints are? Can repaints be considered a retool since you're changing it a little bit? I'm kind of confused about that whole aspect, you know. But that is it for the construction portion of this review. So let's. I'm going to pause the recording real quick, and then we will go into basically the score and everything that you guys can see. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody. Okay, why is the camera not fucking working? Oh my god, camera, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, let's turn that off. Let's try it again. There it goes. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Time for basically, this is going to be what did I call this? This is like basically, this is the review of what I've basically been saying. So basically, I'm going to go through, give you guys the score of this figure, each section, the cost, the visuals, the interaction, and the construction. That way you guys can see what I basically said. You probably saw it as I was scrolling back up. My bad, you know. My bad. Here, there we go. So, for the price, when it comes to the scorecard, for the price, I basically gave it a 4 out of 10. It's basically, it's an $8.99 for a pack of 2, which, you know, I think it equals out to like $4.50 something per figure. And I'll be honest, especially with this figure with Swindler, it's not worth the price. The arms is a major fucking issue. I don't like fucking fighting it when I just want to do basic articulation, like moving the arms and everything. I feel like I'm fighting the motherfucker, and it shouldn't be like that. Legs constantly fall off. That's a major issue also, you know, but that's later on, you know. Oh my god, here comes the rant, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the rant. Availability. Why the fuck is it that some of the most useless or problematic figures, Swindler in this case, are so fucking mass-produced that they are still available even 3 years later at near the original MSRP price? It's as if Halo, I was going to say Halo. Why the fuck was I going to say Halo? It's as if Hasbro likes to fuck with the consumer, and not in a good way either. But other figures that are people desperately want, let's say a Wave 3 Voyager Springer, was so limited that you had to have a rainbow orgasm in order to find the figure. I'd rather pay a slightly higher price for a Voyager class that has more in-depth lore than $8.99 than an $8.99 piece of shit Micromaster that has severe QC issues. If you couldn't tell, this garbage is still available on Amazon, going for $9.95 at the cheapest. There are actually other people who think that they can try to worm more money out of people for this figure, or for those two figures. The eBay scalpers are they have a slightly bigger set of balls because they're charging $14 at the cheapest. And that's also as of writing this information, you know. I will go out of the way and say nothing about this figure is a 10 out of 10, but this figure is still available near its original suggested retail price. How that is boggles my mind. It's as if the sellers are taunting people to buy this trash. The scalpers probably have like thousands of the packages of this shit, and that's why they're still selling it, because they probably thought that, like Hasbro thought, oh, these are first time in a long time that we got Micromasters. We're gonna fucking charge out the ass for these things, and then come to find out, at least this one is a piece of garbage, and they're hitting themselves in the balls because of how bad that they fumbled it, you know. So I give that a 10 out of 10 because of the fact that it's still available. I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10, but because of the fact that it's still available and still near its original retail price, I have to give it a 10 out of 10. And like I said, the cost, I give it a 4 out of 10. Interactivity. Ease of conversion. This figure's conversion isn't easy at all, mainly due to the cramped space that you are working with. The portion that makes up the hood is a goddamn nightmare. It's not fun to try to get this thing back into alt mode, which I'm going to do pretty soon so I can show you the fucking lazy ass attempt to say that this is a fucking gun mode. Let's see here. Due to trying to get all lined up, once you get the arms and the hood lined up and pegged in, then it comes the issue of trying to get the legs pegged in. It's not difficult as getting its arms and hood pegged together, but still it's a pain in the ass. Whereas it comes to Road Handler, which is also a piece of shit for different reasons. This figure's ease of conversion is not easy at all. Therefore, I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. Weapon storage. Like I originally said at the beginning of this video, I did not plan on giving weapon storage a score. I honestly didn't, because to me, it's a Micromaster, and it didn't come with weapons. But the fact that they're shoving a useless fucking gimmick onto these guys, making them into a weapon when they're not supposed to be a fucking weapon. They're Micromasters. They're supposed to be little vehicles and shit. We have fucking Battle Masters or Battleizers, whatever the fuck they're called. Why the fuck are we trying to force these guys to be weapons when you already got weapons, you know, in miniature form? Ugh, God damn it, Hasbro. Fucking why? I was not going to give this thing a score for weapon storage. I was just going to let it go. But then I thought, well, if you're going to fucking make this thing a goddamn weapon, you should have a weapon port. Like I said, here, where is her gun at? Here is the blaster that I showed a little bit ago for Elita 1. It fits easily in the port. Granted, it's not meant to be a port, so it's a hole for a screw, the screw, but you're telling me, though, you could not put a port on the top of the weapon, on top of the car, the alt mode, and it could race across the field and give Alita a weapon. It's called evolving. You did a little bit with with the visuals. Why not go a little bit further? It's not that hard. Like I said, give me the fucking job. I will come up with ideas for these figures. Because I'll make you a bet there is nobody in the fucking Hasbro area, they're building that test these motherfuckers. So, basically, for weapon storage, because of the fact that they are now saying that these are weapons themselves, I gave it a 1 out of 10. Contents, there is nothing besides the figure. That's basically what you get. And due to this, I'm actually being nice. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. So for this section, it gets a total of 14 out of 30. Visuals. I gave the visuals a 10 out of 10 because it's pretty damn close to the G1. I'm not going to fight it. It's a fucking Micromaster. With the exception of the G1 Micromaster, there has not been another mainline Micromaster of Swindler that Hasbro released. So this is like the second attempt. So I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Figure overall visual aesthetics. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Let's see here. What did I put down? It goes to show, I think that they use different technology when it comes to like the fine details of this figure. They probably use new computer programs. But I'm wondering if by doing that, if it actually fucked with the conversion ability of this figure. Maybe making it look nice somehow was a trade-off for it to be actual, being able to transform easily, So I gave that an 8 out of 10. Faithfulness to the source material, I gave it a 10 out of 10. Like I said, I don't, just because I gave it a 10 out of 10 does not dissolve or absolve this figure of all the flaws that it has. It's just that it remained pretty faithful over its limited release to the original. So you got to give it a decent score. So I gave it a 10 out of 10. Box art. This is where it really took a hit in the visuals. I gave it a 1 because they're getting fucking lazy. And it isn't something that just stopped with the War for Cybertron product line. The legacy box art, although it's decent, it doesn't have anything on the back that really pulls you in. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, box art is the gateway to pull the consumer in to make them want to buy your product. The only reason I continue to buy Transformers is because I already know the characters. I would like to have something to read on the back, besides the fucking legalese that I don't read anyway. But I already know the characters, so it isn't like I need to read up on them. Oh, okay, so this is Optimus Prime. This is what his function is. I already know who Optimus Prime is. I just wish that they would get their heads out of their fucking asses. I don't know whoever the fuck it was that was at that meeting that one fateful day at Hasbro headquarters. 1 second. I would like to meet that motherfucker that, was at the Hasbro, corporate office and said, kids are fucking stupid. Let's take off the story. They're too stupid. They don't read. They're fucking 2-year-olds. They're fucking little kids. Nobody gives a shit. Put on the legalese. That's what really everybody wants. Good fucking idea, Hasbro. Good fucking idea. So, box art gets a 1 out of 10. Is this a repaint? No, but this figure is repainted into Blackjack during Wave 3. And so basically it gets a 38 out of 50. Oh, repaint gets a 9 out of 10, by the way. So for a total, it gets a 38 out of 50. Construction. Let's see here. Materials is plastic, metal screws, or metal screw and metal pins. Nothing really new there. 7 out of 10. Quality. Plastic doesn't feel poor, but there is some issues with durability, including in the legs that I showed you guys already. So 7 out of 10. Durability, I'm not going to go over it again. You saw it in the video. The legs are problematic. They constantly fall off. 4 out of 10. Points of articulation. Robot mode only. You get head. No, you don't get head. You get shoulders. You get hips. You get legs. You get knees. That's all. 5 out of 10. Is this a retool? No. So because of it not being a retool, it gets a 10 out of 10. For a section total of 33 out of 50. Now, before I continue on, though, I've been I've been wanting to try to get this part in, but I keep forgetting. So I'm going to turn this off for 1 second. Let's turn this on. Okay, so it is time to show you guys the new and improved gimmick that came along with these poor guys. The gimmick that did not need to be shoved onto the Micromasters. I'm going to fucking molest this figure. I know that sounds so bad. I'm going to abuse this figure and turn this thing into a gun. So, let's see here. What you do, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here if I remember how it goes. Let's see here. Okay, so you got to get it into their alt mode. So, of course, it's going to be fun getting this motherfucker back in the alt mode. So you got to get it pegged in. And of course, now it's not going to fucking peg. Maybe the I'm wondering if these toys are starting to gain sentience and they know what it is I'm trying to do, and they're like, no, I refuse. No, I don't want to. Okay, that one's pegged in. Come on. My God, I can find the holy grail quicker than this shit is pegging in. It is just not pegging in. What the fuck? All the times that leg fell off, and it's still not pegging in. It is just a big, oh my God. There. Okay, now let's find the fucking leg. Oh, here it goes. Oh, you know it's a good fucking toy when you don't even mean for it, and something you weren't even touching fucking falls off. Good going, Hasbro. You really nailed it with this figure. Okay, so let's see here. Gotta pop the leg back on. Okay, now if I remember correctly, hold on, let me pull up a picture of the gun mode. And I use gun in quotation, invisible quotation, but let's see here. My God, this is such a fucking joke. My God, that picture, oh my God. Okay, so then looks like we turn it around, and then we arch the legs up. If there's any parents who are watching this video, put your kids to bed. They should not be seeing this shit. Next. Okay, so then we gotta convert this poor guy. I know, you don't want it, buddy. But Hasbro, don't look at me. Hasbro is the one that bastardized you guys. Me, I think you should have just been a vehicle and a robot. Okay, there's that. Okay, and then I think it goes like this. No, it goes like this. My God, this is such a fucking nightmare. Okay, and then we pull up the little. There's a little peg under the hood. You see a little peg? There's a little peg right here. So we pull that up, and then we. God, I feel fucking dirty doing this. I. Okay, I think it goes like this. Okay, yeah, there it goes. And then you're supposed to basically lay the legs down like that. Oh yeah, this doesn't look fucking ominous at all. Okay, there. And here we have the race car patrol in gun mode. Gun mode. I swear this is position number 35 of the Karma Sutra, if you ask me. Okay, since I already got a figure here, I hate to say it, Lito One, you're gonna be the test for this freaky sex orgy that's going on. Okay, so then it's supposed to just fit in the palm. Gun mode! Gun mode, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Oh my God, it's so heavy that even the joints on Alita 1 can't even properly hold it up, though. Gun mode, ladies and gentlemen. Gun mode. Gun mode. What the fuck? Okay, how about that? That looks a little bit more decent. Because the barrels are actually on the. Let me put this up here. You can see the little circles where the feet are. Those are actually the barrels of the gun. So it looks a little bit better if the legs were all kind of stepped up like this. Because the original way the legs are supposed to be flat. But that looks like utter shit. This still looks like shit, but it looks like a more polite piece of shit. It doesn't. Oh my God! It looks like shit. To be honest, that's what it is. I think I figured it out. The same person who said that kids are dumb that do not need the story on the back of the box is probably the Einstein who came up with this shit. Okay, so that was the vaunted gun mode. Oh yeah, I can imagine Optimus Prime walking around the battlefield with this shit. He comes up to fucking Megatron with this blaster. And what is this thing called? Does it say what this figure? Oh God, hold on. Let me pull it up. See here. Okay, hold on. Road Handler. Okay, let's go back to Swindler. I think they have the name of this. Let's see, what is this fucking thing called? The Multi-Tech Particle Exhaust Cannon. Multi-Mech Particle Exhaust Cannon. Just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, poor guys. What the fuck? Okay, and here I'll even show you. That way you guys don't think I'm just fucking with you. So hold on, let's go back. That way you guys don't think I'm fucking with you. You could actually, well, you probably can't read it because it's still so fucking small. Let's see here. Can I zoom in? Okay, that's gonna have to be a little bit better. Okay, now where was it? Let's see. Oh, it's down here. Okay. Here he goes. Their weapon. Let's see here. Multi-particle exhaust cannon. So basically, they're throwing farts at the Decepticons. They're shooting their farts, in other words. The Autobots are so fucking desperate in this war, this siege of Cybertron. These guys are so fucking desperate. They are just forcing together the little Micromaster buddies into these weird sexual positions, and then they're fucking making them fart at them. They're farting at them. This is where. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we are at. They are farting at the Decepticons. Okay, back to the score. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, so basically, section totals. Cost, I gave it a 14 out of 20. Interactivity, I gave it a 14 out of 30. Visuals, I gave it a 30 out of 50, which is its best score. You know, visuals, it gets the best score there. Construction, it gets a 33 out of 50. A total of 99 out of 150, which equals a 66%, which equates to a D. Oh my god. What the fuck did, you know, like... Hold on, just gotta check something real quick. No, hold on. You are not meant to hear that. Let's turn that off. There we go. Let's turn that on. There we go. Okay, so the positive and negatives in pet peeves. I don't think I had any pet peeves. It's all positives and negatives. There's only one positive here. It's faithful, although flawed update to the figure. You know, that was over 30 years old. Here, I'm sorry, I'm going to break up your little sex session. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, there it goes. Oddly enough, this is only the second real figure that they've released mainline of this character since G1. I'm not sure why. We get like a shit ton of Optimus Primes, Megatrons, Bumblebee, Starscreams, you know, a shit ton of these other guys. Why have we not really got a lot of, you know, Micromasters? Why? I don't know. You know. Negatives. It's time for the negatives, ladies and gentlemen. Weak joints on the legs. Legs fall off too easily. I am, you know, I'm scared that one day that the leg will come off and you just can't put it back on. I'm worried that the plastic that is supposed to clamp onto the joint of the hip, I'm worried that it's not going to be strong enough to hold it. You know, the box art is pitiful. I'm not going to lie to you guys. The box art is pitiful. It looks like something that was a concept art for fucking Fast and Furious. And your toy line should not be associated with Fast and Furious. Maybe the first couple movies would be fine, but not now. Not now. Not now. I don't think any real product testing was done with this figure. Hell, I don't think any real product testing has been done with a lot of these figures since, you know, like Combiner Wars. You know. $8.99 for these two figures, I think, is a bit too cheap, or a bit too steep. I'm sorry, it's too steep. This figure is not worth half of what they're asking for. And then, of course, you know I gotta bring it up. The combined weapon mode is honestly a joke. It is. There had to have been something going on in the water at Hasbro for them to think that these two, you know, could make a fucking gun, you know, like. And it isn't just these two. Every Micromaster set, Decepticon and Autobot, has an alt mode where you're supposed to put them together and they're supposed to make a weapon. Why? We had battle... Hold on, let me see. What are those fucking things called? Hold on. Let me... God damn it. I think they're like Battle Masters. Isn't that what they're called? Yeah, Battle Masters. We got these things. We got Battle Masters. We have Lionizer. We have Calibers. We have Aimless. We have Blowpipe. We have the only one I actually was not able to find. Apparently, it was pretty. Oh, I'm not thinking of Singe. I'm thinking of Singe. We have. Oh God, wrong. These guys are meant to be made into weapons. Hold on. Battle Masters are meant to be made into weapons, not Micromasters. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This one looks slightly a little bit better, but still not meant to be made into a gun. They're made to be alt mode or vehicles. You know, like gun, make my head hurt. But yeah, so no, I with the exception of these two figures to show you what they made, I've never put these other figures into their weapon mode. So I'm hoping that those weapon modes are not as offensive as this one is, because this is fucking creepy. They're creepy, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so let's go back to. Come on. God damn, there it goes. So basically, like I said, the last thing of the negatives was the combined weapon mode is honestly a joke. If you are wanting to relive your childhood, or you are wanting to collect every Transformer, this may be a good figure for you. However, keep in mind this figure is fragile when it comes to its legs, especially if you plan on simply displaying this figure, then you will, if you plan on displaying the figure, you'll be happy because you're never going to touch it and it will not fall apart in your hands. Okay, so that basically is the end of this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had a little bit of fun. I don't do these reviews to, I just want to put my thoughts out there. If you guys want to buy this figure, go ahead. I will not stop you. There it goes. I will not stop you. This is just me showing, honestly meaning to share my experience. Good, bad, or fucking hilarious. But that's all this is. I'm not paid for what I say. This is not a paid review. These are not. I'm pretty sure that my reviews alone will get me blacklisted. Like Hasbro probably already has me like on a blacklist. No, do not give him any fucking Transformers. He will be fucking brutally honest. He doesn't like the combined weapon mode. But that is it. So basically, before I do head out, let's actually turn this back off. I actually forgot to do this one thing. Basically, I decide what I'm going to do next when it comes to what the next figure I review will be. Let's see here. Hold on. Close that. Close that. I have a set of wheels, little spinner wheels that I use to help decide what I do next. Hold on, let's go. Where the fuck did you go? Oh my god, it closed out on me. You son of a bitch. Oh my god. Okay, now move it. There. Thank you. Okay, so basically I have three wheels I spin. The first wheel is what product line, and then I have what class of figure, and then what alliance. So for the next review, let's see, what will it be? Please don't let it be another Micromaster. Don't let it be another. Okay, so we have Power of the Primes. Okay, so we know it's going to be Power of the Prime. So we got to see what will be the next, or what class of figure. So, what class of figure? Please don't let it be a micro. Oh, I don't think they have Micromasters in this one. Let's see here. Micromasters. Let's see here. Is there? Hold on. I don't think there are Micromasters, but let me just check to be sure. let's see, Power of the Primes, TF Wiki, ladies and gentlemen, is like my Bible. I go to this thing whenever I need information. So, let's see here. What are the battle... What are the... Let's see here. We have Prime, Legends... Okay, so we got to spin again. We have to spin again, ladies and gentlemen. I am sorry. You know, so it's Power of the Primes. Let's see, what is it? Well, let's see here. Oh my god. It's really wanting me to do... I'm sorry, we do not have that. So let's try it again. Let's try again. Deluxe, Legends. Oh my fucking god. No, I am not doing it. Okay, let's disable. Next spin. Okay, there. Wait. Payments use. Oh my god, really? Reset. Look, yes. Really? I never had that happen to me before. Titan Masters. I think we have... What is it? Like Prime Masters? Hold on, let's go back here. Let me just... Titan Masters. Prime Masters. Let's see here. The Prime... It's basically the same thing if I remember correctly. So we will do a Prime Master. So these are the Prime Masters that we got here. Oh, they're the ones that have the little pretender shells. Okay, okay. So, it's going to be Power of the Primes, a Prime Master. Now, let's see, what will be the alliance? What will be the alliance be? Autobot. Okay, so... The next review, ladies and gentlemen, it will be Power of the Primes Prime Master that is an Autobot. Oh god. I cannot wait, ladies and gentlemen. So, hold on, let's turn this back on. So that is it for this video. I will see you next time for the next review should be coming out. Today is Wednesday. Friday the 30th will be when the next review comes out. Like I said, it will be a Prime Master from Power of the Primes, and it will be an Autobot. My name is Jeff, aka GCurse. Wishing you all a great day, and stay safe, everybody. Peace out.